Continuous embroidery is a task that we're often tempted to do, but quite afraid to take the challenge. Let me show you how simple it is in Snap Hoop, and I'll give you some easy tips on making it easy for yourself. First, start with a longer piece of fabric than necessary. The finished length of this pillow is about 12 inches, so I started with like a 16-inch length of fabric. Extra 2 inches top and bottom never hurt anybody. Also, this fabric has a great alignment aid built right into it. This black line that separates the medium from the light pink, you can use that to make sure that you're square in the hoop. I'll show you what I mean. First, we're going to hoop for this design. So I have my flat fabric, I have polymesh stabilizer underneath on the wrong side of the fabric, and I have cut the stabilizer the same length as my fabric so that when I go to move for the second design, the stabilizer is already in place. I'm going to take that flat frame of Snap Hoop and place it in about this fashion so that I can use that flat black line as an alignment mark, and yet I have the body of the hoop over here to stitch my design. So I'll just slide it underneath. And then I get the magnetic top frame and snap it in place, and you can hear that snap. That's always a good sign. So you can see that down on the bottom, the black line is on the 2, and up here it's not so even. So you know what? I can just tug on the fabric. I can hold the bottom frame in place so it doesn't slide with the fabric, and just smooth that fabric over so that it's straight and square in the hoop. And notice when I do that, I'm not distorting the fabric because it's a flat hold. You're not in an inner and outer ring. Boy, is that a nice tight hold. And I can make sure I'm nice and square. When I'm satisfied with that, it's time to go to the machine and stitch that design. I'll stitch the first design, and then I'll rehoop for the second design down here. I've just finished my first design of the continuous design, so I'll lift the frame of Snap Hoop and just slide my fabric forward. And I want to fill this frame, with fresh fabric. Now this is a fairly large design, so I most certainly do have to get the bottom of the design all the way up towards the top of the hoop. You can take the hoop off the machine to do this, or you can do it right at the machine. I often like to do it right at the machine. Again, I want to make sure that the 2 mark is on this line, and it's fine down here, but up at the top it looks like I have to reposition my fabric a bit. So I have aligned all the sections, and now I just want to make sure that I have some stabilizer kind of bunched up underneath there. So I'll reach inside and smooth that down, just like at home. Challenge here too. Okay, so again, the black is on the 2 at the bottom and also at the top, and now I can smooth that. And now I'm going to go into the trace feature of my machine, and that allows me to go to the beginning or any point of the embroidery design. And you watch where the needle moves now. So as I move, I can see that I am going to stitch right on top of the previously stitched design, which actually is not a bad thing because the top of this embroidery design does have to come and connect with that stem. So I'll lower my foot and I'll make sure that my fabric is adjusted accordingly. And I really do want to match up the bottom of that stem. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm just making some slight adjustments. I could do that right here at the machine, and then I stitch my fabric. Off I go. You could, of course, do a trial run. You could run all the way around to make sure that you're comfortable with your position. And I think I'll check the middle position and then also the outer edge, which it looks like I'm a little far over. So I'll reposition and off we'll go. And it's easy as that, connecting your embroidery designs in Snap Hoop.